Hello, this is High Templar with a new episode of my Total War Warhammer mechanics videos, and today we'll be talking about the Grombrindal, the White Dwarf himself. We will be doing some comprehensive testing. Now, some people were lucky enough to be living in the countries where there were game workshop shops, or they could buy White Dwarf magazine and get this guy for free much sooner, but for the rest of us, we had to wait. And now the wait is over and we can test him. We will look at his stats and abilities soon, but let's first how he will fight against the Grimgor Ironhide. So two legendary lords facing each other. I will be popping Foe Seeker and the Axe of Grombrindal to get this maximum speed and charge bonus against the Grimgor. So the charge bonus is 63. Up for 45. However, the Grimgor had charge bonus of 65 even before that, and he has better mass. So as you can see, it didn't go as well for us as might expect. But right now the Grombrindal is winning, and he's winning quite decisively. With the Foe Seeker and Rune Axe. The Rune Axe actually giving minus 16 leadership to all affected, and now there is a flash bomb that will drain the leadership of Grimgor even more. The Rune Axe is still working, so the Grimgor will be running away. Yeah, that's the end of it. That was very quick battle, although the Grimgor was already very low on health. So down to 800, I believe, and the Grombrindal was 3300, so that is amazing victory, absolutely crushing victory for the Grombrindal. And I don't believe he will be able to catch, even with the Foe Seeker. The Grimgor is just fast without it, so there is too little of a difference, maybe one hit in the back and that's all. So we will not look at it, we will go into the stats. Now as you can see, this fight lasted just a few seconds, and that was it. So that was one of the heroes that will give amazing beating to anyone, but he's a bit more vulnerable than most. Now let's have a look. He has armor of 120, so it's pretty normal for the dwarf heroes. Leadership of 85, which is nice, but not unbreakable. Speed of 32, which is, slightly better than some other heroes, like a Lord here. No, sorry, actually the same speed as Lord. So it's just if you mount Thorgrim, for example, or Rune Lord, the speed is slower. Now he has a melee attack of 70 and magical damage. So this will be very important when fighting, anything that has magic resistance like other dwarves. The melee defense is 40, and that is quite a lot. But he is still very much offensive hero. Most other heroes, like say Thorgrim Grudgebearer, 50-60, right? The Belegar, 60-50. But this guy only 40, 70-40. The weapon strength, 500, out of it 315 armor piercing, that's a lot. Charge bonus of 45, which is more than any other dwarf lord, except for Ungrim, but Ungrim is, Slayer King, but still very close to him. Now to the abilities, we have your standard Foe Seeker, Deadly Onslaught, and Deadly Onslaught will be more powerful for this guy because he has a lot of armor piercing and a lot of charge bonus compared to other lords in the dwarf army. Mostly this spell was pretty much, and this skill was pretty much not worth it for this army. It was worth it for many other armies where the guys could have very nice armor piercing and amazing charge bonus, but it's worth it for Grombrindal. Then we have Flash Bomb, and Flash Bomb you should already know, and it is amazing. For 27 seconds affecting every enemy in the 30-meter radius. Minus 34 melee defense, that's a lot, especially for such an offensive hero. Minus 76 speed is also very, very important, and minus 8 leadership is nothing to sniff on, especially that we have another leadership decreasing skill. Then we have Grombrindal has no fear, and this is ability that we can buy for the whooping 202. So situational. You can use it only once in the entire battle, and it's actually making your allies unbreakable in the range, but the range is map wide. So your entire army becomes unbreakable for the 33 seconds. If used correctly, this skill is one of the best skills that I have seen on Lords so far. If used correctly, maybe you won't be able to use it, maybe you won't have to use it, but if your entire army is running away and you just need that's one push that will bring death to your enemies, make them run away, maybe not kill them, but make them run away instead of you. That might be Grombrindal has no fear, and all your units are no more longer running, they are fighting back, no longer wavering for 33 seconds. That's a lot of time. So yeah, for the items, we have two legendary items. However, the Rune of Helm of Zufbar is actually something very cheap, 61 cost only, and it will give every ally in the range plus 16 leadership if disabled. His hit points are greater than 50%, but in the later part of the battle, very, very powerful indeed. Only 61, absolutely get it. And the other one is even more powerful, although again very costly, 206 gold, but the Rune Axe of Grombrindal is absolutely powerful. Not only gives you 18% of charge bonus, or 18 charge bonus either way, you are going all the way up to 63, and 24% of speed, but also gives you Discourage ability. For 10 seconds, everybody that is hit by the Grombrindal has minus 16 leadership, and this is very, very powerful, and I will show you how to use it later on. So that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at some other battles, some other matchups, and starting with another very, very powerful lord, but this time Belgar Ironhammer, one of the most powerful foot lords, and he also has magical resistance. Magical resistance, the Grombrindal has magical weapon, but on the other hand, so yeah, Belgar do not have magical attack, the Grombrindal does have magical attack. So if Grombrindal will be able to win, that will be pretty amazing. Also, the Belgar Ironhammer has Revenge Incarnate, very powerful skill that giving him 58 melee attack and some other buffs. So let's see how that will work for us. Obviously we have the impact, and this fight will be Revenge Incarnate already, making him unbreakable. Armor piercing plus 63%, that's a lot. All the way up, weapon strength all the way up to 560. But the Grombrindal with the Deadly Onslaught is even better, only because this 556 was mostly armor piercing, and that is absolutely devastating. For now, as you can see, the Belgar is actually losing, even with all these skills like Stand Your Ground and Mighty Oathstone. He's not really isn't really able to break the Grombrindal. The White Dwarf is winning that, even with the magical weapon, even with the resistance, even with the fact that I haven't used the Smoke Bomb and the other spells correctly against him, because I didn't in that particular case. for the longer battles. It makes use the smoke bomb and the axe of Grombrindal together gives ability to break your enemy absolutely. And I believe we will be able to see that in work very soon. No, he will just die. Yeah, so if used before, we could have been able to scare him off, but now he will just die. And yeah, that's the end. So the Belagar is dead. Don't try that on higher difficulties though, because you know that, I mean, on, for example, very hard, that percentage bonus to the stats will make Belagar actually win. And that's pretty problematic. Now, as you can see, I've made a lot of those tests. Not every test is actually here. These are just the one that I've chosen. Now, let's test him against Mounted Hero, and that will be General of the Empire, that will be actually controlled by AI. And we know that AI doesn't do a very good job, but there will be another use of some of his skills that are very, very cool and very important, especially if you are fighting mounted units. So we have a General of the Empire charging into the Grombrindal. The Grombrindal will be stopping at any moment. Yeah. So he actually has defense. He has expert defense, so I wanted to nullify that charge bonus, and now we have a little bit of a funny situation where the Grombrindal and the General of the Empire running in circles. This will happen in both multiplayer games, and yeah, but all the fun stops when the Grombrindal hits actually the General of the Empire. This might also happen to your hero if you're not very careful. But the AI doesn't really do a very good job. Now we have a Rune Axe of Grombrindal being used for additional speed and also breaking the morale of the enemy, and we will see this very, very soon indeed. This guy wants to run away, and we are using a smoke bomb, which is another buff, another debuff for the speed, and the Grombrindal is absolutely devastating the General of the Empire right now, and he's running away. He got back for a moment because I actually misused the axe of Grombrindal. I used it too early. Have I used it together with the smoke bomb, he would run away. He used that the onslaught, but as you can see, he didn't do anything to Grombrindal, not really. Right now they have the same situation, and finally we got him. So have I used the axe of Grombrindal and the smoke bomb together, not only I will be faster, he will be slower, but I would also drop his leadership significantly and make him run. And I will show you another use of those skills, but later on. Now, unfortunately, this was AI controlled mounted hero. What if I get someone like Boris, who is very, very powerful indeed, mounted on a horse and try to fight Grombrindal? Well, the situation will be... you will see. I'm doing this on fast forward because it takes a lot of time, this battle. So I stayed in a fight for 1 second, for actually 3 seconds, and I got hit by the White Dwarf quite significantly. So what I will do right now, I will not stay in the combat for any time, really. I will just charge, recharge, again, run away. Don't get yourself be hit, basically, that's the idea. And as you can see, I can do a lot of damage to the Grombrindal, and he can barely do any to me. There is some damage, he sometimes is able to most of it is actually mass hits, because with his axe he will do a lot more damage. He's counter-charging me, and that makes me a little bit damage, but as you can see, I've absolutely destroyed him, and he will no longer be running after me, and I still have... Now he's not counter-charging me, so I'm not losing health. 2900 health, and probably would be 3200 have I not stayed for that 4 seconds at the very beginning. And that's it. This guy's dead. So mounted heroes, be very, very watchful of those. Also, if I actually mount guy on the hippogriff, that will be pretty hard fight for the Grombrindal, even if AI is controlling him. Apparently, the AI is not doing very good job with the horses, but with the flying, he is doing a lot better. So we will see that. Obviously I cannot attack, I'm being attacked, and that is quite a hit for the Grombrindal right now. First the hit from the impact, you've seen it with a little bit of health, and then the actually arm attack doing a lot of health damage right now already. The Grombrindal's down to 4500 health. He is getting some back, but not hitting, actually he missed. Now he did a hit, and that was a lot more impressive, but still. The mistake I did here is that I didn't stay in place, so the charge bonus is being affected to the Grombrindal. Have I stayed and tried to keep face to my enemy, because he's attacked to the back, it wouldn't matter, I would have a lot less damage, but I just walked, and that will make my Grombrindal lose a lot of health. And also this guy had a healing potion, but now it dissipates, and you can see that I'm starting to win. And I'm starting to win quite decisively. He's starting to lose a lot more health, and he will probably want to run away. I have Deadly Onslaught. I used Rune and a Flash Bomb at the same time, so that will make him leadership already -4. Yes, he's running. That's the end of this battle, although his health was down to 1700. But still, Flying Lords, be careful about them. If you are not facing, if you take their charge, they will win with you in the straight combat, unless you are, scare them away or do something like that. And this Lord will be able to back, even if you scare him, he will be able to get back and charge you once more, and that will be all over, unless you are fighting close to the border. So, mind you, that's absolutely important when you are fighting mounted lords, even AI controlled. Now, what about other guys? What about, say, Durtu? Durtu is a new lord. He's very, very powerful, and the Grombrindal has no really anti-large abilities. And Durtu is very expensive and very, very powerful indeed. And he actually has his spells. So let's have a look how this battle will look like, because Durtu normally would have spells, so mind that. And he's using already Pan-Ineffable Pate and Wissile Noir forms, which are buffing him pretty decisively. But I also use my Forseeker and the Rune to get best charge at Durtu. I won't need my Rune Axe shortly, because this guy has a lot of leadership, and I will not be able to scare him so easily for the first 2 minutes of the battle. I'm popping some of the Deadly Onslaughts and what's not. That will give a lot of damage to Durtu, But Durtu is still a caster, he will be able to do some stuff against me. So yeah, it's very, very close fight, as you can see. But the Durtu seem to be winning. Not by much, but enough. Enough. He has a lot of health, that is a problem for us. And we will be able... We have a Foe Seeker. We have another ability that we can pop to make Grombrindal not run away. I'm not sure if I actually... But as you can see, the Grombrindal will die in this battle no matter what we do. Yeah, Grombrindal has no fear right now. But another Punch in Impenetrable Pelt, which gives additional damage resistance, that's not something to sneeze on. Both of this guy can buff themselves. But the Durtu is down to 1700 health. That is 1400 right now. That is not insignificant. And the White Dwarf is gone. 1400 health. That's quite impressive, I would say. That's quite impressive. So, how about Kolek? Kolek is very, very, very powerful lord. He do not have spells, so technically in a battle Durtu would be better, a lot better, against crowds when he can cast, for example, you know, he can repeatedly Flock of Doom people and do impenetrable pelts for his guys and for himself. The Grombrindal is standing because I'm actually countercharging Kolek. No, I'm standing. Yeah, so I got a hit, but I didn't got a charge bonus from Kolek, and that was what I wanted. I'm running Runex because I'm not going to get Kolek anytime soon. Foe Seeker. Kolek is fighting me. I'm not losing that much health, but you can see that the Kolek is slowly winning this. He didn't actually got hit once. He's just pushing me around, and that is a problem for the Grombrindal. Now it was very, very powerful hit. The Kolek Saniter started to use Deadly Onslaught, so I am. But unfortunately his Deadly Onslaught is very, very powerful. And I didn't actually got a good hit on the Kolek. And both of us have Foe Seeker, so they won't be tired. And unfortunately this Deadly Onslaught was enough to bring down the White Dwarf. So be watchful of that. Kolek Saniter will eat you. Not many other dwarves can, not many lords can say the same. Now we'll just run Orion and then we'll go to more interesting things like fighting units, different units. Because the Grombrindal is not really made for show-offs with another lords. He can do that, and he will do that. He will win most of them, but that's not what he's made for. So now we have Orion versus Grombrindal, and the battle will be interesting because Orion will start throwing things at Grombrindal. He did a hit, but didn't. Now I should make him run, I believe. Come on. I believe this is running. This is Grombrindal running. But he got the spear. And yeah, he's down for a moment. He's again running. Got another spear. He's going down. Now there was a miss, so I popped all the speed. Foe Seeker and Runex. Still going down. Unfortunately, the ammo for Orion is running low. Unfortunately for Orion, that is, not for the Grombrindal. Those speed bonuses will be a bit lost, but still has a room for a few seconds, so he will be able to get a good charge on the Orion. Yep. And that first hit took a lot of damage, took a lot of health from Orion. Now Orion is expert in fighting hand to hand. He is dealing 512 damage with the melee attack of 73 right now, but with a flash bomb he doesn't really have any defense. That will be the Horn of the Wild Hunt will be misused right now. And this guy is slowly going down. Now with this there is Deadly Onslaught. And Orion is going down pretty fast, the same as with the Kolek situation before. That's actually pretty much the same situation. That time the Grombrindal was down because he had a very low defense, and Orion has even lower defense. He's trying to do something, but he's getting charged again. Foe Seeker would not help him. Now he got a bit of heads up, but he was not able to throw that spear. He's faster. Should he run fast enough, far enough, he would be able to throw those spears. But even with those spears thrown, he didn't actually do that much damage to the Grombrindal. Even if he used all his ammo, that would be pretty much nothing. Now the Grombrindal can also fight different units, like say Chosen. And the Chosen is pretty much the dwarf hack unit. Although the great weapons are doing better, the Chosen actually, as one of the few units that do not have armor piercing, have shields and still can wreck dwarves completely. Even if used correctly, but you have to use them very correctly, even can kill iron breakers. Now, all iron breakers are more powerful because they are doing very well against cav units, they can stand and take charge and so on. Now I'm popping Foe Seeker and the Rune again to get into those Chosen units. And then I will use abilities Flash Bomb to take down to get their health down. Deadly Onslaught with the Flash Bomb. Foe Seeker. And Chosen units starting to dwindle down. Obviously I want to use another Foe Seeker. I want to use 3 skills at the same time to destroy them. That would be Foe Seeker, Deadly Onslaught and the Rune. And Flash Bomb, -8 leadership, Deadly Onslaught to make him winning, like decisively winning, and the Rune Axe of Grombrindal. All those 3 at the same time makes Chosen run away. That's a Chosen unit. Although as you can see from this battle, they are dead either way. There will be no able to stand against Grombrindal, but there is only 37 of them left. But you can make them run away faster. Even the Chosen are no match for the Grombrindal. Leadership 1. Leadership -2. That's all over. Routing. The end. This Chosen unit is finished. And the battle is actually finished. Grombrindal with the Foe Seeker and Rune Axe of Rune Axe will be able to catch to those guys and hack few more. And this is actually also very fun to watch. The Axe of Grombrindal and the Foe Seeker will make him quite fast. Speed of 40 now, but before that was 48. That is as fast as War Dancers, mind you. So yeah, let's not watch that. Let's watch another use of Grombrindal in breaking the enemy. And I just need something to stand there and, survive for long enough, I could be using 3 warriors or 2 longbeards. I usually use longbeards. Right now the dwarf warriors are buffed. They are a lot more powerful. Just making sure I not flank. It wouldn't really change anything, but I don't want to make them flank. Counter-charging those black orcs because no charge defense. At least I can get use of this 12 charge attack. And what I will do with the Grombrindal right now is crucial. I popped Foe Seeker to make him faster, and Deadly Onslaught, getting into the back of the Night Goblins. Now those guys are, and the Rune Axe, making the leadership minus 17. Now look at the morale of those Night Goblins. They have base value of 40, by discourage ability minus 16, attack in the rear minus 14, damage sustain minus 13. Not that much damage done. Lord nearby doesn't really matter for them. They are running away with minus 8. And I haven't used a smoke bomb on them even. But those are goblins. On other units that has like 50 some, you would have to use smoke bomb. You will get them to negative either way. I didn't use smoke bomb because I wanted to use smoke bomb on other units. So I charging those 2 units of Night Goblins in the back and smoke bomb. This Rune Axe is still working, mind you. So right now, if I got into those, not black orcs, any units of Night Goblins, leadership because of discourage ability, attacking the flank, expose flank, friends routing, is already down to 7. So wavering and running away, minus 4. They got back to 4, but now they are minus 10, so they are running. And those guys still, the Rune Axe of Grombrindal is still working. It's working for quite a long time. The Flash Bomb, they are routing. Even the orcs are very close to running away, but unfortunately both Flash Bomb and the Rune Axe stopped. Just close. Now we'll fight with them for a slight moment, counter-charging those guys, Night Goblins, to make them run away. Make a dent into the Black Orcs. Charging back into the Black Orcs. I'm counter-charging right now those guys. And even without anything, those Black Orcs are tough. But when they are wounded, their leadership, damage sustain, attack in the rear, enemies nearby, friends routing. Yeah. Should we use the axe right now? They would run away a lot sooner if we used axe or the smoke bomb. But they will rout either way. And I will use my axe right now, charge them in the back and make them run away again, those 3 units, like one. So smoke bomb and Rune Axe used together will make this battle very, very short and very, very deadly indeed. But mostly they will just run away, and that was the point. That is the great abilities that this guy have. Together with Grombrindal has no fear, which can turn the tide of the battle in the last moment. The Grombrindal is one of the best leader I've seen so far. But he comes with quite extensive price. Still, he will be used by Dwarves players, and you have to be aware of his skills, and you have to be aware that the Dwarves players can bring them, and you should not bring trolls against them, because he will make the trolls run like little girls after a few seconds, because of the trolls' low morale. So, and once the trolls are not in a fight, because they are running away, they will rout, yes, but at the same time, your guys will be dying without their support. So, yeah, there's that. And they will be not even that damaged, because they will just run at the very beginning of the fight. So there will be no it's really regenerating there. Either way, this is it. I hope you like it. If you did, press like, comment if you will, and see my other videos. In Total War Warhammer, I do mod reviews, I do mechanics videos, I do DLC analysis and speculation videos. But I also do Let's Plays in Total War series and other games. Thank you for watching, and see you later.